Sly Slip was showing. I think he really was in his feelings because maybe Bob Marley was the panty dropper at the show. And you know Sly Stone, he can't have that. He got to be the only panty dropper at the show. Oh, my life, hello there, love bugs. Hello there, Bellas. If you have not already done so, please remember to like, share, subscribe, and tip your favorite narrator via Cash App at $NayRob on YouTube. And if you are not already a part of this book club, please hit the Patreon link below in the description bar and or the join button right here on the YouTube. All paying members, we're going to push through the rest of this Sly Stone book. Not because I don't think it's good. I just want to push through it so that I can start another book before the end of this month. So the paying members, look out either here on the community tab or over there on the Patreon, wherever it is you pay your monthly fees, because I need you all to vote soon for what the next book is. This is for the paying members. Now, all right, let's continue reading. Thank you for letting me be myself again. I was buying shiz left and right myself, including too many cars. At one point, there was 13, a lucky number as far as I was concerned, all carrying insurance so I could take them out on the road. So it's important that he mentioned that they were all insured, because how many of us know men, because this is a man thing to me, because, you know, I mean, not that women don't collect cars too, but how many of us actually know people that got a backyard full of cars, but none of them are drivable and none of them have car insurance? But they be the first ones to be like, yeah, baby, I got 7 cars, a Escalade, a Maserati, a Bentley, a Pinto, an Impala, and the only one that work is that Ford Sanford and Son pickup truck that he come get you in every night when he take you around there to the diner. But it was important that he mentioned that, because you got people that collect cars that believe that just because they sitting out there that they worth something. Them goddamn cars ain't worth nothing. Boy, throw that Escalade away. I love them all. You could look at a car and get a feeling. I had a special place in my heart for my Jaguar, and more places for my Cord and my Mercedes 600 limo with 3 doors. Cars weren't just for me. I bought my dad a Cadillac every year, or every other year at least. It went on like that for a while, maybe 10 years. The reason I bought him one was simple. He didn't need 2. One afternoon, Etta James came over. She would drop by now and then to sing and hang. Hang mean get high. If you needed a place to get high, Sly Stone House would be it. This time she had to go to Texas and she wanted to borrow some money for a plane ride. F that, I said, and gave her a car. I had a Cadillac that felt too new, somehow like next year's model, but back then. That went to Etta. She and a guy named E, I guess her boyfriend, set off for Texas. 3 or 4 days later, I got a call from the Texas cops that the car had been stopped and flagged as stolen. Yeah, Etta James said, I got enough problems. I didn't get this car. That motherfucking Sly Stone did it.
He did it. Him. He gave me this stolen car. I'm just a junkie. I just shoot dope. I don't steal cars.
3 or 4 days later, I got a call from the Texas cops that the car had been stopped and flagged as stolen. That made sense to me because I had bought it stolen. See how cavalier he is? This niggas gets high. He is so high that he's just cavalier about the crazy shiz he do. When he speak on crazy shiz, it just be, like I walked to the store the other day. I bought a stolen car. Just like that. I could get it cheap that way, and I didn't think I'd get busted for it. But on the phone, I said I didn't understand why the cops were calling or what they wanted from me. Can I help you, officers? I had done all the right things to move the car over to Etta. All the right paperwork, transferring title. I don't think she got in too much trouble. Yeah. How the hell are you transferring titles on a stolen car? It wasn't my only interaction with the law that year. In February, cops came to the Bel Air house and found weed, coke, Placadil, and angel dust. What's Placadil, y'all? Placadil? Place a deal. Place a dial? The angel dust was tapering off by that point. The guy who sold it to me went to jail and I didn't look hard for a new supplier. I just used it less. But what was found led to an arrest, which led to a year of probation. Kathy was pregnant, and then the family was increased by one. I wanted my name to be on the baby, and it was Sylvester Stewart Jr. Muhammad Ali was his godfather, which is why his middle names were Bubba Ali. I wanted to pay tribute to both of them. I remember the first time seeing my child. How can you ever feel about a thing like that, or how can you describe it? I was a new father, which meant that there was a new being looking up to me as I looked down into his light. A star is born. Life was good. I was hanging at the house, out at shows, riding bikes with Bubba. He and Rose were together, solid now, headed towards marriage. Larry had stirred himself into hot chocolate and renamed it Graham Central Station. Their first album, same name, was out. Freddie was credited with co-writing one of the songs, People, but I think it was left over from earlier. Y'all, I am so sorry about these dogs because they just be snoring and making all these damn noises. Girl, it be a blow to me just as much as it be a blow to you. But anyway, let's talk about this segue. Remember that Rose is now with Bubba. Before Rose got with Bubba, Rose was with Larry. And Larry's priority was not Sly Stone's sister Rose. According to Sly, Larry's priority was his success. Larry wanted success with his new group and got it with a song called Can You Handle It? Shooting for the Stars. In October, we were booked for a tour with Bob Marley and the Wailers opening. 17 dates total. Their first major American exposure. They played the first 4 shows with us. Tampa, Lexington, Denver, Annapolis, and then we took them off the tour. People said that they were upstaging us, but that wasn't true. They just weren't a good match for our audience. They played slow. They had accents. Bunny Wailer, one of the original members of the band, wasn't even with them anymore. There was no offense intended on our part, but we shipped them off. I want to know what you all think about this, because if they're saying that Bob Marley upstaged them, and he feels like that's not really the reason why we sent them away. They had accents and they played slow. I'm like, oh, your music wasn't fast, buddy. Tell me what you think. Do you think that Sly was in his feelings? Or do you think that it just wasn't a good match? Because to me, I don't feel like it's not a good match. People have different openers all the time. I don't know. I think Sly Slip was showing. I think he really was in his feelings because maybe Bob Marley was the panty dropper at the show. And you know Sly Stone, he can't have that. He got to be the only panty dropper at the show. I was sitting on a couch watching TV and thinking on my situation with Kathy and Sylvester Jr. Getting married still seemed like the thing to do. And more it seemed like the thing to do soon. This is when he came up with the idea of, well, he went through several ideas and then eventually, because he had a gig in place already and he wanted to do it within a certain time frame, he ended up doing it at Madison Square Garden. It was a big deal. Very big. And I even think, am I wrong by saying that the mother Hunchy sold tickets to his wedding? Sylvester Jr. wasn't just on the title song of Small Talk. He was on the cover too. It was a photo of me, him, and Kathy. Everyone smiling. Family fair. The wind-up for 1975 was a week-long January stand at Radio City. Kool and the Gang opening one of the funkiest songs ever made in the universe. Of course, Funky Worm being one, and Jungle Boogie being the other. Get down, get down, get down, get whoop, whoop. The first show was on January 16, and it looked like there were as many people on the stage as in the audience. Because you know, Kool and the Gang, it's a lot of them motherfuckers. Shit, it's a lot of y'all. It's a lot of the Family Stone too, but it's a lot. But that is a true band. Y'all pause. You know, we ask questions here. Who are your top 3 bands? I would have to say Kool and the Gang. Of course, Earth, Wind, and Fire. Maybe Average White Band. But I'm holding true to Kool and the Gang. Earth, Wind, and Fire. I don't know about the third one. So y'all tell me your top 3 bands. Oh, wait. Mint Condition. That's it, motherfuckers. Mint Condition. I know you like Mint Condition. Yes, motherfucker. The newspaper clocked the crowd at 1,000. They also clocked us on the fade. Our set was short. The Times complained that we were only playing hits instead of new material and that energy was wanting. That may be true. I don't remember much about that show because I don't want to remember. After those gigs, there were crossed wires, pointed fingers. No one could agree on anything except that we couldn't agree on anything. When people flew back west, it really felt like they were leaving. There were already some songs for a new album, and others were making the rounds in my mind. One of them, I Get High on You, sounded like a hit. Another one, Crossword Puzzle, sounded like it could be even bigger. I started to get new blood for and from the Family Stone. A teenage bassist named Bobby Vega came on, and as did my cousin, Little Moses Tyson. At the time, just 14 years old. And I know you got him surrounded by bitches and dippers, or whatever, because he's saying he not doing as much dippers now. I don't know why he ain't say he just casual. He's so casual about what he say. It's like he's hitting the points, but he's just so casual about things that I feel like he should be expounding on. It's just simple. You know what I'm saying? When he's explaining things and when he's writing in his book, it's so simple. But you know, it's just so much more to be told. Like if he wanted to, he can write another book easily. Gail Mudrow, a guitarist whom I had known since high school in Vallejo, started playing with me. For backup vocals, I got Rudy Love, a soul singer from Kansas. I like the name of Rudy's group, Rudy Love and the Love Family. Sounded familiar, and I sent the word out for more. During a session at the record plant in the pit, a singer named Dawn Silva showed up and sang backup. She was able to get the songs right away, half-hour tops, and afterward I sent for someone to bring her in. I was back in the bed with Kathy and some others, and Dawn came back, and I said hello, shook her hand, and welcomed her aboard. See what I mean? It just seems like he just so cavalier about, okay, I got my wife, my child, you know. I met Dawn. Dawn was over there singing. I said, come on, Dawn. Okay, you got everything I need here in the studio, but, you know, let's see if I can need you over here in the bedroom. Yes, that's Kathy. That's my baby mother / wife. Don't mind her. Just come on in the bedroom anyway. That's what it sounds like he's saying. He's just so cavalier. With reloading, I relocated up to Novato in Marin County to a big house on 40 acres at the end of the road up a hill. Cabro Court, lots of greenery and water, big driveway for the cars. By this point, a Mercedes or two, a Rolls Royce, a Maserati, an old Ford truck. In February 1975, Ken Roberts got me a gig co-hosting the American Music Awards with the pop singer Helen Reddy and the country singer Roy Clark. The idea of the co-hosting was that we were all artists melting in the same pot, which we illustrated by singing parts of one another's songs. Helen did Everyday People. Roy did Helen's Leave Me Alone. I did Roy's The Lawrence Welk Hee Haw Counter Revolution Polka. Someone would come around with coke or angel dust, and I would use one night and then the next night, and on the third, that was mostly what was filling the house. And on the fourth, I would realize that I had forgotten to sleep since the night before the first night. That snowballed into episodes where I'd end up laid out on the floor of a bedroom or a bathroom, waiting for someone to pick me up.